educational episode with WSB Merito University's DSW University of Lower Silesia. So our speaker today will be Ms. Tatiana Guzikowska, the International Sales Development Manager of Merito Group. And I'm Jones Marketing Specialist from Net24.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really glad to be here today, and my name is Tatiana Guzikowska, and I represent 12 universities, as was said a minute ago, 12 universities from Poland. We are Merito Group, but before our universities were called WSB and ULS, or in Polish DSW, University of Lower Silesia. So actually we are proud to say that we are the biggest group of private universities in Poland. We have a lot of information to share. First of all, we are really glad because last year our University of Lower Silesia took a 9th place in the ranking of all private universities in Poland. So it was a really prestigious result for us, for our group. Also here on this presentation, you can see the survey from our students also, what they likes the most. In our group, there are over 230 university fields of study and over 700 postgraduate programs. So we also are really proud to share this information. If we are talking about geography a bit, so here you can see where we are. As John said, we have 12 universities in 11 cities, because in Wrocław, here we have 2 universities, WSB Merito and DSW University of Lower Silesia. So actually, if we are talking about the capital of Poland, we have our university in Warsaw also. If sometimes students are asking about really nice views, for example, if we are talking about the sea and seaside, so here we have 2 universities in Gdańsk and Gdynia, because here we have a Baltic Sea. Also, if there are some students who really loves mountains, so we have the south part of Poland, and from those 3 cities, Wrocław, Opole and Chorzów, it takes about half of an hour to go by bus or by car, and actually you are on mountains. If we are talking about Poznań, so it takes about 2.5 hours by car to get to Berlin, for example. So there are a lot of weekend trips, for example, to Germany also. Bydgoszcz and Toruń are some kinds of historical places, so there are a lot of places to visit, but also with a really nice student's life. If we are talking about the youngest, our university, it is in WSB Merito in Lodz. So it's the central part of Poland, and we can be proud of our first intake last year there, because each program which we wanted to open, actually we opened. As I have said, we have 12 universities, but if we are talking about main universities, so we have 6 of it. And here you can see that 6 our universities in Poznań, Gdańsk, Toruń, Wrocław, Warsaw, and University of Lower Silesia also in Wrocław are our main universities, but other 6 are like branches of our main universities. But for students, the difference is only on the paper, I mean on the agreement between university and student, because it is like different buildings in different cities, so it's like 12 universities. Here also how we can say about it with new names, Merito, before it was WSB. Wyższa Szkoła Bankowa in Polish. What differs our universities from other high schools and universities in Poland? So we can say that our universities are friendly, practical, but also flexible. If we are talking about practical, our politics is really against of such approach when teachers are preparing their materials, had prepared their materials about 20 or maybe 30 years ago, and still now they are still using those materials. So this is the point which we are really against of. The majority of our teachers at universities are not only teachers, they are also directors, managers, also CEOs of different companies, so they can share their practical knowledge with our students. About friendly environment, I will show you those next pages of my presentation. But why we can say that our university are also flexible? You can see here our main motto: I study, work and gain. And the politics of our universities is focused on showing our students that it is possible to combine their studies with job, but also with their private lives. That's why, for sure, maybe you have heard already about the Polish law, which allows young foreign people to work, for example, part-time during their studies in Poland without any permissions. But there is one condition: they should study full-time. So that's why we can say that our universities are also flexible, because the schedule of studies, which are full-time, really allows students to combine their studies with job. In each of our universities, we have also career offices which help our students to look for a part-time job, or also for different programs in other companies to get the experience. Here you can also see some results of our survey from our students. For sure, we can see that it is a friendly environment for students. Okay. Yes, as I have said, this April, actually several weeks ago, it was a really important time for our group, because we have changed not only the name of our universities, but also we have got a new category of our universities. It is a bit hard to explain in English, because in Polish there are different categories like universities, but also like high schools, which means which is pronounced in Polish Wyższa Szkoła. And the short name of it is WS. And before our name was Wyższa Szkoła Bankowa, it is like a high school of banking, for example, because it was something which was our start. So during those 25 years of experience, we don't want to be associated only with banking, finance and accounting, for example, because we have much more programs, which I will show you also later. And also that's why we have changed our name. About new category, now we are not a high school, now we are real universities, and we are really proud of it, because actually for students, nothing will change despite on the name on their diploma, for example. So actually it can be also a bit more prestigious than before. But if we are talking about our group, for us it is really important, because now this higher category gives us new opportunities, which you can see here. now we are working hard to have to confer doctoral and postdoctoral degrees in different academic disciplines. And here you can also see all the accreditations which our universities have. Jones, tell me please, because I see that there are, I guess, some questions, right?
Yes, there might be some questions, but we will answer it in the end of your presentation.
Okay,
No worries.
yes,
Yeah.
I also think so. I will answer it after my presentation. Okay. So now we are universities Merito, and Merito in Polish means like essence, like to the point. So also in English, it can be associated with some advantages. That's why we wanted to be associated not only in Polish, but also in English. Here you can see some pictures of our campuses. For example, here we have WSB Merito in Gdańsk. Here is, for now, it's a project because it is in progress right now. It is WSB Merito in Poznań. And here is our the newest, our building in WSB Merito in Wrocław. And this building in the whole our group is the newest one for now. But there are a lot of projects right now in different cities, also in Warsaw. There are 2 more buildings will be there near our campus. So if we are talking about those buildings,
Wow.
we would be we really want to be attractive for students. And also that's why more and more companies such as Nokia, Apple, and so on, and etc., as you can see here also, are cooperating with our universities. So they are investing to our classrooms. So actually for students, it's really nice because they can study in really nice conditions, as you can see, but also they can use the newest equipment. For example, here we have a classroom authorized training center by Apple, and it is actually this one. So all devices here is from Apple. I don't want to say that each of our classroom in each university is made like that, not for now. We are still in progress. This cooperation is becoming more and more popular and well known in our group. So for now, we have several classrooms in several universities made by other companies. So we are working to make this amount bigger.
I have to share my personal experience too for the agencies that we had a chance to visit the Warsaw branch of WSB Merito. And of course that not every branch, not every cities of the universities we have Apple or Nokia yet, but they are very innovative. And every design is dedicated to this innovation. For example, when you go to the kitchen of the Warsaw branch, you can see that vending machine that has warm food. And I have to say that I got very jealous because of all my university's time, we didn't have warm food like that. So I can notice that every single detail of your university is dedicated to change, to the future, to innovation, and this is what we really envy and really respect.
Thank you very much for your feedback. Yes. It's really nice to hear. Yes, we are trying and we are working to develop our universities to be more innovative and just to be attractive for our students. Okay. If we are talking about some statistics and our strategy for this year in this kind of cooperation. So last year was a great success for our group because the number of students from Poland, but also abroad, increased to 100,000 students. So there was a great celebration in our group. And if we are talking about foreign students, so you can see that the majority of them are from Ukraine. And we are glad to invite also people and students from Ukraine. But in this kind of cooperation for this year, we would really like to be able to call our universities international, not only Ukrainian. That's why we would like to focus more to increase numbers of other nationalities at our universities. You can see that we have a lot of students from Ethiopia, Belarus, Rwanda, Russia, Turkey, Azerbaijan, Zimbabwe, and many others. So in this kind of cooperation with our partners and our future partners, I hope, we would like to invite students from all over the world to study in English. So if we are talking about studies in English right now, so here you can see a price for programs in English at bachelor's degree and engineering programs. So we have a lot of programs. The most popular are management, different specialties, also computer science, software development, mobile software developer, graphic design. But also we have at our University of Lower Silesia, we have creative media, animation and visual effects. And those programs, which I'm showing right now, they are available right now for this October intake, because our intake has started on the 3rd of April. So the lowest price is 2,000 euros per year for 2 semesters. And in this price, we have actually 2 cities. We have Chorzów, Katowice. It is the south part of Poland, near the mountains, I will remind. Yes, also Wrocław, University of Lower Silesia has a management in this price 2,000 euros. If we are talking about the most expensive price in our group of universities, so that's for sure is Warsaw, the capital of Poland. So here we have different programs from 3,200 euros per year to 3,700 per year. The admission fee is 120 euros and it is non-refundable. And if we are talking about situations, if, for example, students had paid for 1 year already, but for example, he got a visa refusal, so it is refundable. And in our group, it takes from 2 to 3 weeks to get refunds after sending documents from embassy, for example, with this official refusal. Okay, and if we are talking about master's degree, so here we have prices which are really similar to bachelor's, because it is from 2,200 euros to 3,500 euros per year. The admission fee is the same. And here we have different programs also, but also journalism and social science, economics, international logistics, and much more.
Agencies, if you have any question for Tatiana, feel free to write in the Q&A section. And if you have a private and longer question, you can always also write in the Q&A section together with your email, and we will collect it and email back to you in a very short time.
Do you have scholarships? Yes. I know that our universities have scholarships also for foreign students, because I have heard that some universities, not from our group, have scholarships, but only, for example, for Polish people. So we have also scholarships for foreign students. For now, unfortunately, I don't have details to show you, because I know that each of our universities in our group have different scholarships. But for sure, before we sign the agreement, or maybe after, I will also make just one file with information from the whole group from 12 universities about scholarships. That's for sure. We have 2 intakes in our group. October intake had started on the 3rd of April, so it is actually going right now, and will be ended till the end of September. Of course, if there are some cases, some students who will be waiting for visa, for example, till the middle of October, we will try also to accept them. But it will be like individual process. And the second intake, March intake, studies are starting at in March. And this intake starts from the 1st of December and finishes in the end of February.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Tuition fee after visa or before? For sure before, because if a student doesn't pay, so actually he will not be given a visa, because in embassies demand requires to see that this student is coming to study for sure, and that's why this payment is like a proof for them that he is going to study.
Thank you so much, Tatiana, for coming today to our webinar. We really appreciate
very
your
much.
presentation. It was very informative, and we are very proud to be working with the biggest private university of Poland. And for agents, thank you for your specific questions. So I wish you guys, both sides, fruitful collaborations, and have a nice day ahead.
Thank you very much. Have a good day, and we'll keep in touch.